Today is day 31 and we are pondering the teachings for marriage consecration by Saint Mother Teresa. The 3 words summarize what we learned from Mother Teresa. 1. Thirst. 2. Heart. 3. Covenant. Let's ponder each one in turn. Thirst. Our Lady was the first person to hear Jesus' cry, "I thirst," with St. John, and I am sure Mary Magdalene. Because Our Lady was there on Calvary. She knows how real, how deep is his longing for you and the poor. Do we know? Do we feel as she? Ask her to teach. Her role is to bring you face to face as John and Magdalene with the love in the heart of Jesus crucified. Before it was Our Lady pleading with Mother, now it is Mother in the name pleading with you. Listen to Jesus' thirst. Let us try in a special way to come as close to the human heart can come to the heart of Jesus and try to understand as much as possible Jesus' terrible pain caused to him by our sins and his thirst for our love. Thank God Our Lady was there to understand fully the thirst of Jesus for love. She must have straight away said, "I satiate your thirst with my love and the suffering of my heart." So let us ask Our Lady to help us understand. Heart. A key to Saint Mother Teresa's understanding of consecration is heart, specifically the Immaculate Heart. Recall her 2 prayers to Mary. Lend me your heart and keep me in your most pure heart. Also recall the importance of our imitating Mary's pondering heart. Let us start with the 2 prayers and then review Mary's heart pondering attitude. Lend me your heart. By this prayer, Mother Teresa was asking Our Lady to give her the love of the heart. In other words, she says, "Mary, help me to love with the perfect love of your Immaculate Heart." Remember, Mother Teresa's passionate desire was to satiate the thirst of Jesus for love, and she wanted to do this in the best way possible. What better way to love Jesus than with the perfect, humble, immaculate heart of his mother? Here, Mother Teresa found the secret to living out her vocation to the full. Mary, lend me your Immaculate Heart. Keep me in your most pure heart, or, stated more fully on praise, Immaculate Heart of Mary, keep me in your most pure heart, so that I may please Jesus through you, in you, and with you. This part of Mother Teresa's consecration to Mary is the most profound. She's not just asking for Mary's heart to be in her, but for her to be in Mary's heart. So, this is a prayer to love Jesus through Mary, in Mary, and with Mary. This is something more than simply having Mary lend us her heart. To understand this and to live it requires a loving dependence and profound union with Mary. This is expressed more fully in the next section, Covenant. Pondering heart. Mother Teresa developed an attitude of gratitude by following the example of Mary, who was always pondering in her heart the good things that God was doing in her life. Specifically, Mother Teresa followed this example through her fidelity to the examination of conscience. In other words, at the end of each day, she would ponder in her heart all the good things God had done for her that day and would reflect on how she was or was not fully responding to his love. Covenant. Moved by an ardent desire to live in the closest union with you, Mary, possible in this life, so as to more surely and fully arrive at union with your Son, I hereby pledge to live the spirit and terms of the following covenant of consecration as faithfully and generously as I am able. I'm going to say that again. moved by an ardent desire to live in the closest union with you, Mary, possible in this life, so as to more surely and fully arrive at union with your Son, I hereby pledge to live the spirit and terms of the following covenant of consecration as faithfully and generously as I am able. So this is a table of duties, which we've seen before, of Mary's duties and our duties. So I'll read Mary's first. 1. To give of her spirit and heart. 2. To possess, protect, and transform me. 3. To inspire, guide, and enlighten me. 4. To share her experience of prayer and praise. 5. Responsibility for my sanctification. 6. Responsibility for all that befalls me. 7. To share with me her virtues. 8. To provide for my spiritual and material needs. 9. Union with her heart. 10. To purify me and my actions. 11. Right to dispose of me, of my prayers and intercessions and graces. 12. Total freedom in and around me as she pleases in all things. My duties, our duties, your duties. Total gift of all I have and am. 2. Total dependence on her. 3. Responsiveness to her spirit. 4. Faithfulness to prayer. 5. Trust in her intercession. 6. Accept all as coming from her. 7. Imitate her spirit. 8. Constant recourse to her. 9. Remembrance of her presence. 10. Purity of intention, self-denial. 11. Right to avail myself of her and her energies for the sake of the kingdom. 12. Right to enter into her heart, to share her interior life. So today's prayer. Spend the day pondering Teresa's Marian's teachings as it is summarized by these 3 words: thirst, heart, and covenant. I'm seeing this image of a heart thirsting for just, it's hard to put into words, but to be full of love, to be and I remember when we did these in St. Mother Teresa's week, I was really moved, and I had dreams and I had visions around the thirst. The thirst that's not satiated. It's thirst that we can't understand by ourselves. It's this thirst that links back, I guess, for me today to yesterday's teachings by Kobe, where it was the military and the love. We really need like an army of warriors of love. To even quench a little of this thirst, the thirst of Jesus' love and longing for the poor. And I guess one of the reasons I love this teaching and this opening up on the thirst is because it's not something I've ever touched before. It's not something I've really thought about. But have you ever been so thirsty and like a little sip of water just can't quench your thirst? And I imagine this sort of heart like that's so full yet still thirsty. And I know I say this a lot, but it's like our mind just can't fathom it. And maybe it's not meant to. Maybe the reason we're doing this consecration is because we can't do it alone. We can't do it with the mind. We need Mary. We need something else to bring us into that level of understanding of just how thirsty Jesus is to love everyone. Listen to Jesus' thirst. A thirst so big that he would publicly die on the cross. That he would offer, forgive them for they do not know what they do. You know, that kind of thirst, that's something that we can visually link our minds to as just an example in human form of what that thirst looks like. Of being desperate to love all those who don't feel worthy in all the places that don't feel worthy. Again and again and again. What was it yesterday that was said on Kobe's teachings, that she loves you very much and at every moment with no exception. And that's on Mary, and I feel that that's like there's always this gateway to the love of Christ. Being loved in every moment with no exception. And imagine your mind being not able to take that in, right? So your mind can't fully, maybe it can, my mind can't fully take in being fully loved in every moment, in every situation. Now imagine that for everyone. Imagine all those places that haven't received love. All those places that are secretly, or maybe not so secretly, but like subconsciously longing for love. And that is Jesus' thirst. That is the thirst to love those places that are poor in terms of not receiving love, and needy, desperate, that need quenching. I hope this little spin is making some form of sense. But I feel that so many of us have only received a fraction of the love that is available to us in this world. And I feel that for each one of us, that adds up to this infinite amount of love that is waiting to be offered, which is the thirst. And we are called, those of us who would like to be warriors of love, would like to consecrate our hearts to Mary, would like to help with this thirst, to be human vessels to offer this love to the places that need it, to the people that need it. In his name. And then when we look at this covenant, It's interesting for me because I have, I guess, two focuses, you know, when you kind of, I feel like most paths have a focus. And well, my focus is love, but then it splits into Mother of God and Jesus. Divine Mother, Yeshua. They're my two most potent connections, I feel. And what's really beautiful is that through reading the covenant, I just got this insight that before, when I was maybe judging myself on not picking one, you know, like not having one person point of focus, that actually I have, because we reached Jesus through Mary. And that's exactly what happened to me when I met my guru and took her as my guru, and she's an incarnation of the Divine Mother, so the Mother of God. I was brought back to Christ, like in the most unexpected way. I had no plans on returning to my Christian roots and looking into Christian mysticism and reconnecting with Jesus and understanding him with this whole new lens of having connected spiritually to myself. I had no understanding about all of this, but I've just realized through reading this again, even though I read it before, because when it said, number one, my duty is the total gift of all I have and am. 2, total dependence on her. And I was thinking, gosh, am I doing? I was about to berate myself, and then I realized, oh, I've been doing that all along. In devotion to the Mother of God, I've been brought to Christ. It's already happening. It's already happening, light. And faithfulness to prayer, trust in her intercession. No, we really just we do have to trust in everything, accept all as coming from her. So everything that's coming to us, into our life, as coming from her for us. Yeah. Right to avail myself of her and her energies for the sake of the kingdom. And so it's like from this total offering, we get to receive this pure love to offer out into the world. Right to enter into her heart and share her interior love. And in this surrender, in this offering, in this allowing for her love to flow through, she's just gone off and done everything for us. She's giving us everything. Essentially, in some respect, we can rest to possess, protect, and transform me. We can allow our mind to settle and go, oh, you've got this. You're my mother. You've completely taken care of me. There is nothing I need to worry for or want for. I'm always going to be okay. Even when I don't feel like I am, or I don't believe that I am, or an old wound is coming up and I feel like, no, I'm always going to be okay. And in that, we're going to get purified. And everything we do is going to be purified. And we don't have to worry about creating bad karma and having to deal with more and more stuff in the future. No, we just get to relax, knowing that we'll just be working through all the things we need to work through naturally in her name. Remembering all that stuff that we're releasing and letting go of is all for our greatest good. Everything that's brought to us to trigger us is to bring things out from us to energetically release. Yeah. And her duty is to provide for my spiritual and material needs. She will always be cared for. To inspire, guide, and enlighten me. I mean, what more do you want in life? Inner peace? Yes, please. Right, well. Yeah. Really can have it all. So, pondering, thirst, heart, and covenant. Until tomorrow.